Good morning. Welcome to my SilverSneakers chair yoga class. I'm Olivia. Let's get started. Go ahead and sit against the back of the chair. All right, because we're going to start with some hugs today. Some self-love, some self-care. All right, so get that spine in the back of the chair and then open the arms wide. I want you to bring the right hand on top of the left. Wrap your arms around, maybe creep them back, whatever feels good to you. We're going to stay here a little bit, tuck a little tuck in the chin, and some deep breaths. You'll really feel the shoulders rise up when you do this in this position. Give yourself a little deeper squeeze and then release. Let's open the arms wide. Once again, a little stretch in the chest. And so now the left hand is going to come on top. Maybe creep the fingers back, hold the shoulders, whatever feels good to you. Ever so slight tuck in the chin. And we take a couple of deep breaths right there. In through the nose, out through the nose. Feel the shoulders ride up. When you do that, feel the rib cage expand that like you wouldn't feel if you were just sitting still and breathing. So feel a little different here. And then like you're giving yourself a real good squeeze, give yourself a hug. All right, then again, we're going to open the arms wide, thumbs to the ceiling, shoulder blades draw together. Maybe let the heart lift, which is going to let the head lift. Don't let the head fall back. All right, and then right here in front, slide down like you're going to reach towards the shoestrings, tuck the chin, and then roll the spine all the way back up. Nice and tall. All right, walk out to the edge of the seat. That's a little much for me today. All right, and then, so tip of the sit bones are at the edge of the seat. Feet are right underneath your knees, sitting nice and tall. What I want you to do, we're going to work just this low half. So I want you to roll the tailbone underneath you there. All right, oh, not here. I want you to keep that upper body nice and tall. Just roll the tailbone. And then you sit up nice and tall. And then maybe come to the front side of the sit bones. All right, and then nice and tall. So nobody looks like they're going to crunch down. Pull that navel towards your spine as you roll back. Sit up nice and tall. Little press forward. You don't want to cram those cervical vertebrae, or those lumbar vertebrae. As you roll back, you should feel them kind of space sort of open up between those vertebrae there. And then tip of the sit bones. And then let the pelvis tip forward just ever so slightly. And then find the very tip of the sit bone. So right smack in the middle. And we're going to secure this pelvis here and then just move the rib cage around a little bit. Like, oh, what is that? So try to stay seated on both sit bones, nice and firmly planted. And then go the other way. It's a very small movement, but it takes a little focus and concentration. My belly is pulled in as I do this. All right, and then let's roll the shoulders. So shush my hands away and just roll the shoulders. And again. And one more time. All right, and then we reverse this up and around. So get that great stretch across the back. And again. And one more time. All right, now I'm going to keep my hands firmly planted here, which is going to draw my shoulders down and the elbows down and then tipping the head. So create some space in the left side of the body. So the crown of the head is going to shine off to the right wall. And then tuck the chin towards your chest. Slide that chin, come right back up. And we go the other way. Press the elbows down, press the shoulders down, tipping the head. Create that length in the side of your neck here. So you may need to find that place where you say, oh, that's the best place for that stretch for me. Maybe a little bit of a tip. And then drop the chin and trace the collar. Slide the chin right back up. All right, look over to that right without moving your shoulders. And then look right straight across over to the left without moving your shoulders. Open the eyes really wide over there. Let's go back to the other side. Open the eyes really wide. And back to the center. Deep breath in. All right, we're going to forward fold. Look to the toes and then halfway rise. So slide the hands up towards the knees. Let the heart come forward. Yep, eyes up. Reaching into chair pose. Deep breath in. Reach to the ceiling. Reach a little bit higher. And then let the hands float down to the right hip. And you're looking maybe off to the right diagonal. Maybe turn the gaze and look over the shoulder. So a very easy twist. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, come on back to the front. One more. We forward fold. Let the hands slide up the legs. Heart moves forward. Put that tailbone back on the chair. Circle sweep into chair pose. All the way up. Float the hands down to the left. Wherever they land, they land. And maybe turn the chin, look over that left shoulder if that's comfortable for you. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Arms out to the side. All right, and bring them in and out. And just easy in and out. Using the elbows. And again, let's keep the hands right there on the shoulders. And then we're going to come one at a time. Forward. And then go back. Lead it back. Now, I'm going to leave my hands here and then just tipping over to one side, come right through the center, and then the other way. If you want to take the arms out, longer arms, longer levers means a little more work on the core muscles. It's up to you entirely. And again, two more. Kind of floating through this. And again. Come right back to the center, walk the feet out a little bit wider. I'm going to move a little deeper into the hips now. Use your hands for support there, or if you feel more comfortable taking it up higher, that's okay too. It's your choice. Just nobody slips out of the chair, please. All right, let's go the other way, same thing. And around. Keep going. I make this adjustment. Go the other way? We did. All right, deep breath in, walk your feet in. Forward fold. Slide up the legs. Bring the heart forward into chair pose. And as you sit up tall, bring that right knee in. Now go ahead and roll back. Bring the forehead towards the knee. And then sit up tall. You need to support the leg, that's okay, but stretch it out in front. Exhale, scoop that belly. Inhale, tip of the sit bones, lift the heart. Exhale, roll back towards the tailbone. Very, very nice. And again, one more time, roll back. And now keep that right hand on the leg and bring it out to the side as you sit up nice and tall. Hold on. Nice. All right, we're going to bump it down and back in. And I'm using my toes like springs. Out and in. Out and in. Two more. Last one. All right, and now brush the ground with your toes. And again. Very nice. All right, so back to the center. Deep breath in. We forward fold. Hinge at the hip. Look towards the toes, and then halfway rise. Heart comes forward. Push the sit bones back onto the chair, because I tend to roll forward here, so I gotta drop the sit bone, the tailbone back on the chair. Deep breath in. And exhale, knee comes up, roll back. Fleshy part of your seat. Inhale, stretch out. And again. And out. You can drop the toe to the ground if that feels better to you, that's okay. And again. One more time. And again. Now I'm going to keep this left hand on. Give that leg a big hug. And then out to the side, sit up tall. Hold on to that leg still. Head over heart over pelvis here. Very nice. And then I'm going to release, and we're going to put springs on the end of our toes. All right. Holding that body nice and still as you do this. All right, so you fired on these core muscles. Two more. Last one. All right, so now brush the ground just with the toes. Try to keep the foot heel up if you can. And one more time. All right. So let's try to take the feet wide. We'll see how this works. I don't know. I'm going to drop my right knee down and roll over, turning the gaze maybe to the back wall. Come right back up, sit even on both sit bones, hold on to the chair. I'm going to drop the left knee down, look to the left, right wall, maybe behind. And again, so we have a great rotation happening here. Let's go the same way the other. Rolling over, gives these hip flexors a chance to stretch. There's a little more rotation in the spine. Come back and we go the other way. Dropping over, holding onto the chair, please. And back to the center. All right, feet underneath you. We're going to stand up, but we're going to use the muscles of independence, right? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, we forward fold. Halfway rise. Circle sweep, here's where we rise up. Reaching to the ceiling, deep breath in, and circle the arms down. All right, so get back near your chair. I know you're not going to fall back, but if you are, it's always there. We're going to take some squats here because these muscles of independence will keep you getting in and out of your car, getting up and down out of the stairs, getting in and out of your bed and the toilet. And you can always use the hands here if that feels better to you, or get behind and use the chairs behind us just as well. We exhale and down. Inhale, rise up. And I'm just going to tap the chair. If you get that low, fine. If not, that's okay too. All right, you take that range of motion. That's going to work for you, but know that that chair is always back there. And so if you are going to give into it, go ahead and give into it and have a seat. All right, sitting down. Like I said, exactly. That's why we have the chair behind us. Thank you for being there. And again. Okay, now what I want you to do is just hold halfway down, almost like you changed your mind, went, oh darn it, I can't find that remote, so I have to get back up and go get it. All right, shake your legs out. Let's go around the back of the chair. All right, so I'm glad we had that chair behind us. Have a drink of water first. All right. So coming into downward facing dog first, I want to be sure everybody in the back row, the very back row, has got room to do this. If not, we're going to have to shift forward. And be honest with me, okay? Walk your feet back. You're going to hinge at the hips. My hands are on the chair. I soften my knees and lower the heart towards the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Sigh, maybe. Soften your knees as much as you need to. Any movement you need here. What feels good to you? You want to move one hip to one side. You want to sink the knees a little bit deeper. Whatever feels good to you here, go ahead and take it. And then we're going to see if we can come to some stillness in this position. This is a wonderful stretch for the low back, for the hamstrings, for the shoulders. If you're splaying your fingers out, you're stretching through the hands. Deep breath into the back ribs. Exhale. All right. Now taking the gaze over the chair. Push the hands into the chair. Step that right foot in. Let's turn that left toe out and step back a little bit deeper. We're going to come into warrior one, so that front knee is over the ankle and that back leg is straight. Reaching the arms up. That chair is there, and if you need it, get your hand on it, please. All right. Now, I want you to connect the ribs to the hips and think about reaching up through the little finger here. Yeah, see how that sort of changes the feel to it? If you're reaching up through that little finger, let the thumbs travel back just a little bit more. Deep breath. Left hand comes to the chair. And I want you just to turn like you're going to wave to somebody out there on the right. Yeah, let that wrist turn. Now swoop it down in front of you. Brush the ground. Come right back up. And again, swoop down. Come right back up. Move slowly, move with intention all the time. Swoop it down, come right back up. Let's take the other arm up as well. Find our warrior one once again. Connect those ribs to the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Reach through that little finger. Deep breath. All right, let's do this again. Let's take the right hand on top. Give yourself a hug. Deep breath. And now like you're going to take your shirt off, arms down, step that back foot in. Come into our mountain pose. Heels are right underneath the sit bones. Little micro bend to the knees. heart's lifted. Maybe close your eyes, but I'm going to say get your hands near your chair if you do that. All right, maybe even touch the chair, but come into some stillness once again. Notice how you feel. And this time as you take that deep breath, feel the back ribs expand as well as the side ribs and as the heart space. All right, eyes open. We're going to step back on that right foot. Toe ball heel goes down. My toes turned out a little bit. You want to put that knee right over the ankle. Take a check and be sure that it is. And then lifting up, warrior one. Drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips, and let's reach up through the little finger there. Breathing deep. All right, so right hand on the chair. It's like turn that body. You're going to wave to somebody there on the left. We swing down. Come right back up. And again, drop that down. Right back up. Sweep all that out the door. And one more time. Come right back up, back to warrior one. Reach through that little finger, shoulders down, ribs and hips connected. Press that baby toe edge of that back foot into the ground. And then the baby toe edge of the front foot, so you are really secure here on the ground. Give yourself a hug. This time we're going to take the left hand on top. Take a deep breath in. All right, and as you take your shirt off, circle sweep, step both feet together. Deep breath in, a little upward salute. So go ahead and lift the ribs. Yeah, let the ribs and the hips separate, the shoulders come up, and then we're going to connect them. So draw the rib cage down, draw the shoulders down, and circle the wrist all the way down. Very nice. Come back to mountain pose. Ribs and hips connected, heart lifted. What's that? Little soft knees here. So let's deep breath in. Step back so you don't hit the chair. And then I'm going to sink into the knees and push down. My shoulders are on this wall behind. Out. Deep breath in. Exhale down. Just sink into the knees. Keep the shoulders back as you do this. Exhale down. Lifting up. Exhale. One more time. Exhale, splay the hands out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up the center. Exhale, let go. Get rid of it. Inhale, gather in new energy. Exhale. Inhale. New energy, new day, new year, new you, huh? Exhale, arms over your head. Upward salute. Clap your hands. And then bring them together. All right. Step away from the chair. We take a deep breath in. Here's that forward fold. Use the chair if you need to. We're going to halfway rise. Hands slide to the crease of the hip. Looking at the back of the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Arms back into our airplane pose. And we're going to bend the knees, circle sweep. Arms all the way up. Deep breath in. And twinkle them down. All right. Grab a drink of water. Move into more stuff. Downward facing dog first. Step on back. A back row. Are you okay with there? You can get back. Good enough? All right. All right. There's more room up here. All right. Sliding the tailbone back once again. Tip the pelvis forward a little bit and feel that lengthen down the hamstrings in the back. Boy, they get tight. We sit an awful lot of the time. They're going to get tight, and so are the hip flexors. Belly comes in. Pull that navel towards your spine and then breathe to the back ribs. All right. As you come out of this, take the gaze over the chair. So you're going to flex the back. I push the heel of the hands. Like I said something, you want, what? Step that right foot in and then step back on the left foot, and you're going to turn to the left wall. Now you've got your hand on the chair here, please, if you need it, all right? We're going to take some sunflowers. Both arms up or one arm's up. Hinge at the hip. You're going to scoop this up and release. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. and exhale. Don't let the head fall below the hips here, all right? So it's not just a hinge at the hip. You have to bend your knees to let that happen. Maybe wrap the arms, maybe touch the shoulder blades and that little bit of a hug. Maybe reach in and touch and up. One more time. And all the way up. Coming into star pose, facing the wall. So I'm going to drop my shoulders. All parts of the feet are on the ground. You're feeling the big toe mounds, you're feeling the baby toe and the heel. All corners there are on the ground. Let's drop that right hand to the chair. We're going to windmill that left arm around. Lift that back heel. Eyes up, heart forward. So coming into our high lunge. Maybe both one arm up, maybe two arms up. This is balance here, right? And I'm going to put a little micro bend in that back knee so I can really get my body upright. Using the chair, please, if you need to. All right, from here, let's put the left hand on the chair. I'm going to bend that back knee. I want you to imagine you've got to hold that ceiling back up, so push it back up. And again, muscles of independence here. Put this away for a minute. These are just easy lunges. And push right back up. And one more time. Push right back up. And then get that front knee over the ankle. So we come back into our high lunge. We're holding onto the chair. We're going to circle that arm back. So it goes to that right wall. Back further. It's up to you entirely. You can go right to the right wall or back a little bit deeper. But great twist. Challenge it with the breath, deep breath. And then let's bring that arm back to the chair. Back to downward facing dog. Step one back. And come to some stillness for a moment here. Notice how you feel. How does that hip flexor and that left leg feel now? All right, gazing over the chair, we're going to step the left foot in and the right foot, and we'll take moonflowers on this side, all right? So either one arm up or both arms up. Did I say the feet right? Okay, so here we go. We're going to sink into the knees and let the elbows lower and push right back up, all right? So it's like you're going to hold the ceiling up with your fingers, the heel of your hand. I'm not going forward. I'm just lowering my elbows to my knees. So it's going to be a smaller range of motion. Think about keeping the shoulders on that wall behind you, pressing the elbows back as you come down. So maybe they'll come over the knees. Maybe they'll come on the back side of the knees there as they come down. Two more. Muscles of independence here. And all the way up. All right, drop the shoulders, come into our star pose. Little micro bend in the knees, but my legs are working. Tailbone drawing down underneath you, belly in. Make yourself as thin front to back as you can, and as big top to bottom. All right. All right. Left hand comes to the chair, that right arm windmills over, and we come into our high lunge. So lift that back heel, and we'll come away from the chair. One arm, two arms, your choice. All right. Nice and tall. Lift the heart. Now, if we're going to take this lunge, please feel free to use one hand or two hands on the chair. I'm going to sink into that back knee a little bit and then hold that ceiling back up. Your choice, all right? Even if you're using the chair, you are still challenging balance. And again. And one more. And up. All right, we drop that right hand. Left hand goes to the left wall, maybe back a little further, looking over the thumb if that's accessible for you today. You choose your own adventure here. With that spine twisted, take that deep breath in. And then we windmill that arm back to the front. We step back to downward facing dog. Lovely. And come to some stillness once again. There come the little men in the furnace again. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Stretch that tailbone to the back wall. Maybe bend the knees deeper. And then let's get the side stretch. Step out just a little bit to the left with your left foot. We're going to take the left hand on top of the right. And maybe bend that left knee a little bit and let the hips push over towards the back left diagonal. right, we'll go the other way, same thing. Out to the right, sink into that right knee, right hand on top of the left. Maybe push that hip to the left or to the right diagonal. All right, as you come back into the chair, what I want you to do is walk one foot across, and then the other foot across, and then the other foot across, and finally you're all the way up to the chair. Come into mountain pose. And just notice how you feel. You should feel about the same now on both legs. You've done both sides. All right, deep breath in. And exhale. All right, grab a drink of water. All right, feet out wide. Turn that right toe to the right wall. And let's sink into the right knee first. So out, arms out. We're going to inhale, lift, and exhale, push away. Bring that new energy in. Let go of it. Again, bring it in. Let go. One more time. And let go. We're going to hold this warrior two. So my front knee is over the ankle, back leg is straight. And arms are out to the side. Stretch the fingers far from the heart and then wrap them in. Let's take the right hand on top here. Tuck the chin. There's that hug. Breathe deep into the shoulder blades. And then like you're going to take your shirt off, open the arms, straightening that front leg. We're going to slide towards the right wall and windmill the arms, coming into triangle pose. You need that chair for balance there. Please do that. And watch this left shoulder isn't falling down. Keep rolling that left shoulder back. I want you to imagine I put you between two panes of glass here. Okay. All right. And maybe that arm reaches up. It's up to you. I'm just touching my leg there. Look to the front. Maybe turn the gaze towards the arm, towards the ceiling. Use the chair if you need to. Now, give the leg bones a firm squeeze here. And we land right back in warrior two. Come on back. Hands to the heart. Toes to the front. Deep breath in. And let's hinge forward. Soften the knees like you're looking over the chair right there. Hinge forward. Use the chair if you need to. Use the toes. Push yourself right back up. And one more time. Hinge. Now what I'm wondering is if we can do is, can we take that left hand right over the chair, maybe tuck it back to you or get to it there. And then maybe we can swing that right arm up. Maybe to the side, maybe all the way up. Wide standing twist. All right, let's bring that top hand back to the chair and use the other hand and push yourself back up. That'll make it a little easier. Okay, other side. So we're going to sink into this knee, arms out. Deep breath in. Let go of that. Pull in good energy. Let go of the bad stuff. New year, new day, new you. One more time. And out. All right. Bring that right arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Tuck the chin. Deep breath in. And now, like you're going to take your shirt off, up and around and down. And here we are. We straighten that front leg, slide to the left wall, push the hips to the right, and we windmill the arms. And wherever they land, they land. I'm just touching my leg. First, I look down towards the toes, really working the neck here. And then maybe look to the front, or maybe take the gaze skyward. Your legs are slipping out. Lordy, you too. Nice. And again, pull that right shoulder back. All right, drop that arm down and around. I forget what I did there. Oh, I know. Deep breath in. And hands back to the heart. Okay, we're going to hinge at the hip. I'm going to put the right hand there on the chair. I'm kind of on my fingertips. You could come down lower, depends on how tall you are, I think, huh? You may want to come to the fingertips there, right? And let that left arm swing to the side, maybe up higher, depending on the flexibility in your shoulder, rotation in your spine. It's like you're waving to somebody there. Yeah, Breathing deep. All right, drop that hand to the chair and use both hands. Push yourself back up. Walk your feet in, a little shake in the legs. We're going to go back to downward facing dog, but this time let's take a wide standing downward facing dog. You may find you get a little bit deeper, you get a little different stretch when you do that. And in this position, I want you to think about separating the sit bones. So you're going to rotate the inner thighs inward a little bit and let the sit bones separate. Breathing deep, soft knees still, belly in. One more breath. All right, walking your feet together, and then once again, we're going to step one foot over and then the other foot over, coming into the chair. But you know what? We're going to still step over to the right side of the chair. So step a little further over to the right side. And there we are. Okay. And we're going to take tree pose today. So remembering we can start with a very, very basic sapling pose where my heel is right there on the ankle. And this chair is always here for your help, for your balance help. One hand. And let's just see if we can stay here with this tree, with a sapling pose first and see how we do. So everybody comes away thinking I got the best tree in the world, all right? Yeah. And I feel strong, I feel secure in this posture. You need a hand on it, that's okay. Breathing deep. So it's a little bit like mountain pose here, right? Collarbones are nice and broad. All right, so we're going to move into the next level. If that works for you, I'm going to slide that foot up towards my calf and give my calf muscle a great squeeze with that leg. And one arm up, and if you find balance, let's take the other arm, but we can certainly stay here. Bringing the knee to the front. Let's just shoot that foot back. All right, so my leg is up right now. I'm going to bend my front knee and tap the toe, and then rise back up. So it's a little bend, tap the toe, and rise back up. Now as you rise back up, lift from the heel. So you feel that glute and the hamstring work from the glute. One more time, lifting up and step into mountain pose. Notice how you feel. All right. Let's go the other side. Oh. All right. I know it is. Might start to come off. Yeah. All right, and just place that heel. So we've come from easy mountain pose to mountain pose with just a bit of a challenge. And as I do this, I'm always pressing the ball of the foot into the ground. I'm being sure that that's doing the work of this in this mountain pose as well. Hands to the heart. One on the chair if you can. Let's see if we can find this easy mountain pose. Legs are working strong. Pelvic floor is lifted. Heart's lifted. Another breath. And now move into your journey into tree pose, whatever that is. If you've got that leg up there, give that calf muscle a good squeeze with your leg, with your foot. All right, knee to the front. Chair, a heel to the back, and stretch that leg out nice and tall. Then you're going to sink, tap the toe, rise right back up. I'm going to turn sideways just for the video here. Tap and back up. And now as I lift, I'm going to lift from my heel. So give that hamstring, the glute, a little more work here. And again. All right, this is the last time. Lifting up and bring that foot in. Let's take a deep breath in and forward fold. Now halfway rise, see if you can get that stretch to come down those hamstrings. by tipping that pelvis forward, letting that pelvis kind of spill out onto your thigh muscles there. My knees are bent to do this. I'm looking, maybe 4 feet in front. Long spine, belly in. We're going to come into chair pose. So get your feet in a nice comfortable position, whatever feels good to you. We're going to sink into the knees. Keep the chair handy if you need it. Reach into chair pose. And you know what I think works good is if we pull these arms back here. And then turn the tailbone towards the ground, but lift the heart. Yeah, nice. Push the ceiling back up. And twinkle them down. All right, very nice. Have a drink of water. I think we'll sit back down. Good work. Nice. All right, edge of your seat still. And let's take the knees wide here once again. We're going to do this same thing again. We're going to drop that right knee down using the chair. Look around behind you. And then come right back up. Let's go the other way. And my feet are wide so I can almost get that leg behind me straight. Release. Let's go back the other way. Let's try this again. The further you ratchet that leg out, maybe the straighter it will get, but get hold of that chair there. And then let that hip bone roll forward and down. Really feel that stretch. A little deeper than when we started. One more on the other side. Again, if this pinches your back, certainly don't do it. That's always the rule, right? In anything. All right, come on back to the front. Bring that right into the chest. Deep breath in. Now roll back towards the fleshy part of your seat. Pull that navel in towards your spine and let the forehead move towards the knee. Mine's not making it there, but it's moving that direction, right? All right. And then extend that leg out. Put the heel on the ground. Hold onto the chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the chest. I don't want you to let the head fall back. Just lift the chest and the head will follow with that there. All right. And then we're going to come forward and get a little stretch in that hamstring. Careful you don't fall out of the seat, yeah. Looking down towards the toes first, and then let the heart move forward and feel that tingling come down the back of that leg. Yeah. All right, then slide it in. All right, deep breath in. Bring that other knee and roll back towards the fleshy part of your seat here. Now breathe into the back ribs. They are wide open there. Extend that leg out, down it goes, hands on the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart, my reverse plank. And now we're going to hinge forward at the hip, hands on that right thigh, so we don't blow out that knee. Looking down towards the toes, spine first. Get to that range of motion where you say, I feel a nice stretch there. And then the moment you start to bring that heart forward, you'll feel a little bit more stretch. That's a good thing. Push right back up. Deep breath in. Return to the right and just let the arms float down. And just take a nice easy twist here. I'm going to put one hand on my leg, one on the chair, and then draw the shoulders back so the heart's actually leading the way here. Yeah, it's an easy twist. We add to it by drawing the shoulder blades together. Maybe turning the gaze a little more towards the right wall, right diagonal. Slowly, we're not spring-loaded. Come on back to the front. Let that spine heal up a minute. Deep breath in. We go the other way. And then wherever you land, you land. You want to add a little more twist? Go ahead and do that. Keep the shoulders parallel to the earth. Draw the shoulder blades back. Again, slowly return to the front. All right. And let's take the feet a little bit wider. I'm going to put that great big fit ball right here in front of you. Not football, fit ball. I say that because I think I told you my son, he lost a tooth when he was 2 because it was chipped. And so he could never say football. It always said football. Scoop the belly and round the spine over. Now my hands have come in front of my knees. I'm going to push into my knees right there and keep pulling that navel towards your spine and let that breath go into the back ribs. Feel that rib cage lift. Feel those vertebrae stretch out in your back. All right, hands on the top of the legs right there, and then let the heart come forward, little baby cobra, and then lifting all the way up. All right, very nice. Paul, I just hope you're doing good back there because I haven't seen you at all. I know you are. I know. He sits back there and hides on purpose. I know he does. All right. Push back into the back of the chair. And then just push your spine into the chair. You know, in SilverSneakers, we don't do it in the class we're in, but we put a ball back there and just get a little massage on the chair. These chairs are nice for that. My ones at home are not. Legs out in front, fingers, wrists, ankles. Keep them moving. And when you're home in your bare feet, take your shoes off and let this happen. All right, we want to keep them. Let's see, if there's 40 people here and we each have 10, 20, that's 800 phalanges.
Very good, very good.
That's amazing. You should have seen that. All right, sit on back in the back of the chair. Open your eyes really wide and then scrunch up your face really tight. And then just let the muscles of the face relax. And then pull your shoulders up like you were cold. And then just let them relax. All right. And then lift the feet off the ground like I just sent mice all over the floor. And then let them relax. Close your eyes. But don't let your smile relax. No, a little bit. Just the corners of your mouth, draw back towards the ears just a little bit. And I should say any stretch you need here, this would be the place to finally get your last one in before you come to that stillness. Those powerful jaw muscles let go. And that'll translate down into your shoulders too, I'm sure. So let that happen too. Put the world on pause for another 30 seconds. Be grateful for that breath that you're able to take. Be grateful for the movement you were able to do today. Respect your limitations, and you have celebrated your abilities. Give your fingers and toes a little wiggle again. And now, one more hug. Whatever feels good to you, put that hand on top. Maybe creep your fingers back. Maybe they'll go back a little further now. Take that deep breath in. On the exhale, squeeze, squeeze. And then release, hands to the heart. Eyes open, soft gaze. In my email, I'll have to ask you about that in a minute. The more light you allow within you, the brighter the world you live in will be. How very true. Namaste. All right. So I do have a question. Did you